Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Sussex Saturday. I am VS Speaks Royally. I hope you all are doing well. Just a comment, Hattie, you're in our prayers. I saw it as I was scrolling through. There is a lot going on with our lives, in our lives. And I know that people do transition and it's never easy, especially when you're very close to these individuals. And so you're just in our prayers. So you can mark me safe from Hurricane Helena. I think that's how they were pronouncing it. I'm good. I know there were many more within the path. I will say that there was flooding. Charlotte, I know in Atlanta. I'm about 30 minutes outside of Charlotte. So windy, yes. Leaves fell, yes. Trees remain standing. But a coworker of mine that lives about 30 minutes south of me, trees were down and just trying to get around her area. So, you know, the storm did what it usually will do. Mother Nature is not one to play with, and it will do what it does. So, all right. Let me jump over. I have to unstar some comments to get to the one that I really wanted. Annie, you were the first comment that I saw, and I just wanted to make sure I see that. Church Nelly, um, Marshard, good to see you in the chat. Also, keep C Mac in your prayers. Had a stroke 3 weeks ago. She posted on the X app. I'm just seeing. I'm in and out of these apps, and I haven't, especially this week. It's just been really busy. So let us just keep each other in prayer. Yeah. All right. We can cut up and we do our thing in trash time, but when it gets down to it, underneath the hood, the engine is us, and we try our best to take care of each other. Okay. Yes. All right. That part, Marsha. Mother Nature shows us that only God is empowered. That part. Um, I was stunned at the flooding. I know that there are low places in Charlotte, but even Atlanta, it's just like truly amazing. Um, Let me see. So, I'm looking to hear some information on Anna E. I saw the comment as I was coming through, and so just so you know that I will be hopefully getting an update on that. So let me get into the content before I start becoming a ball of mush and cry through this whole thing. I'm a sap, okay, but I'm an empath too, so I feel a lot. So, all right, let me get into this. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. I read my favorite quote that I found on archewell.org site. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. So um, there is a rest in peace I want to give in addition to just having spoke to Hattie and giving our condolences to her. But I think she's Dom. So Dam Maggie Smith. Many of you will know her. I always will recognize her from not only Downton Abbey, but Harry Potter. Come on, I mean, yeah, that's where I kind of say, yep, that's her. And so, brilliant actress. I'll just leave it there. So just want to say I believe she was 98. So long life. But there was in Downton Abbey, the movie, the first part, when she announced that she was sick and that it kind of, that line came up to me when her death was announced. It's like, oof. So anyway, let me kind of move on from there. But You get where I'm going. Let me just see one thing. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. On last Friday, so we had Sussex Saturday last Saturday, but last Friday, the 20th, yeah, September 20th, y'all were telling me about the 805 event that Harry had attended. There's some trash headlines about, oh, he attended alone. We're not gonna, anyway. Harry can attend events by himself, as we see. As the subject says, Prince Harry is king of New York. And then other news. So Harry owned it this week. Okay. Harry, the true statesman. All right. Now, I want to just start dragging that other one over there, the other brother, but I'm not. So we're going to, not yet anyway. Okay. So last Friday, Harry attended the annual 805 Live fundraiser, which is hosted by Kevin Costner. Um, it's celebrating first responders in Santa Barbara County, which is where they live. And so Harry presented the Heart of Community Award to Lauren Courtney, a distinguished helicopter pilot with the fire department. And of course, Apache helicopter pilot Prince Harry, to another distinguished helicopter pilot. It all is very fitting. Um, And so, these are just a few of the pictures, some that you can find. I think Archewell.org had a few pictures, and they did share information for the entire week. Harry was I think he's still in New York, but that they covered this whole entire week of his activities. So go out there and see. And here's the picture of him presenting to him. Here's from Archewell. 805 Live. And then they just gave a write up on what he did and, to whom he presented, which Royal Suitor had put into um, her tweet. So, speaking of this week, we know that Harry was in New York, and yes, King of New York. I'll stick with that. Come for me, haters, if you wish. If you're in the, clouds and you've hit subscribe, because I think you have to be a subscriber for a certain number of minutes before you can comment. Bite me. Okay, that's to the haters. That's to the haters. Okay, I just had to. Okay. So I wanted to share just this picture that you see, and a lot of the information that I'm sharing over the week is from the Archewell website. You really should go out, give them the clicks if you want to read more in depth, especially the speech that Harry gave at the Clinton Global Initiative. They have the speech video up there as well as the transcript. So, okay, archewell.org. Okay. So, his first event was Sunday evening. Attended the WHO World Health Organization dinner, and the theme of it is to end violence against children. That's pretty much what the entire theme through the week was about: children, women, etc. And so here is a picture that's on the Archewell site, just showing all those that, well, not all those, but those that are pictured and then attended, etc. For that. And then there's a write up on that. And uh, I love this, that the Duke is proud of the global initiatives aimed at protecting children and emphasize the urgent need to address online safety. Very much important. You put anything on social media with his name, but especially with Meghan's, and you will see the lunacy ensue with the deranged bots. I guess that's where that 500 some odd $1 million is being spent. Sway. But nevertheless, let me move on. So, who dinner? Here we go. Just pictures that were shared. Doesn't look like people don't want to talk to them. Okay, and him especially. Having a good time. Statesman. Next event, Concordia. And the Concordia event, let me just get out here. I have things open all over the place. Y'all would have no idea. It was a spotlight on youth mental health. So he spoke there. This picture is very telling. Let me just go on the YouTube side to see if you're seeing the change. Yes, here's the picture. Hey Mina, how are you? Compton, Cali, I see you out there. Um, an emotional picture shared, and I'm glad they did share that with us. And so here's another little where they're having good conversation. The next event that Harry attended, the Halo Trust. Of course, we know that is close to his heart because of Diana. And so it was celebrating Angolia's leadership in landmine clearance and conservation. And so I had this out of line, but sorry about that. So here's with the Halo Trust. It says this afternoon, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, joined the Halo Trust to celebrate Angolia's groundbreaking progress in landmine clearance and conservation with a commitment to advocating for a mine-free world. The Duke's presence highlighted the country's exemplary leadership in transforming its landscape from one of conflict to one of hope and recovery. And if you all remember the pictures that had been shared, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, where Harry walked the same path that Diana, and at that time Diana was walking through where landmines were, and he was walking through the revitalization where it was like a city block, had a sidewalk, et cetera, et cetera. So very close. The Halo Trust is very close to Harry's heart. The next event that he attended, African Parks, and this is, again, these are all out on the archewell.org site. Lots of information you can read about, but they provided more. I want them to get some of the clicks too, okay? It was a call to action for African Parks. It just says here, as part of the New York Climate Week, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, participated in an exclusive event hosted by African Parks that showcased the transformative work the organization is undertaking across the continent, emphasizing their innovative conservation at scale initiatives. No matter what is posted about African parks, the bots come, the crazies, talking all kinds of lunacy about Harry, etc. Anyway, here's him on the panel speaking, and this is more informal, just standing and chatting with people, you know. Statesman, okay. Approachable statesman. All right, I'm going to say this now, and then I'll get back into because the drag is right there. Instead of the other brother growing a beard and trying to look the part, be the part. Be personable, not performative. Okay, let me get back to this. Take a sip of my tea. Next event was the Clinton Global Initiative. This is the video. This is just a screenshot of the video. Harry speaks for the 11 minutes, 12 seconds, and they give you the transcript, archewell.org. Okay. You can see that. They did share a couple of the pictures during his talk that he, so in addition to, okay, I'm hearing all kinds of sounds. Okay, so in addition to that, this is something that someone shared that's on the X app. I had shared it out and just said backstage at the Clinton Global Initiative Summit, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, Secretary Hillary Clinton, Jane Goodall. We all know Harry interviewed with her. Okay, Chef Andres and Chelsea Clinton. There is another woman, they didn't put her name. My bad. I just noticed that, but Chelsea is standing next to Chef Andres. Now, in addition to Chef Andres, he also tweeted out another incredible year at Clinton Global, catching up with good friends and getting inspired by so many grassroots leaders on the front lines of creating a better world. Um, yes, you see the picture. I shared some of this over the week with channel members, so they were getting stuff ahead of time, less informal type of things. But wanted to just kind of drop, little tidbits here, there. Now, in the midst of all of this, the week has also been a very good week because, um, Royal Suitor dropped for us. The government argues that the Duke has privacy interests that outweighs any public interest in those immigration records and has therefore withheld them. The court agrees. Prince Harry's visa status will remain sealed. Heritage Foundation clown show is over. I know I shared this with. And so she had, with the link, had provided, the memorandum from the judge telling them to go F off. Okay. So that's closed. That's a done deal. I'm sure the clown show will continue to try their best to find a way, but they better find a way to mind their own business. That's what they better do. All right. And continuing in the week, um, Lesotho, the Queen, Harry participated in an event which was around protecting the discussion, protecting women and children in Lesotho. And so, you know, as far as providing numbers and speaking to the trafficking, etc., um, sitting no judgment, but we know, and it's to me when a country can say there are issues, but we're working, and they have been working, and we know Santa Bali has a separate arm of protecting children, but you know, the statesman. So today, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, joined Her Majesty Queen. Um, I'll say so, so we know Prince, say so. Harry created Santa Bali, right? Okay. Uh-huh. Right? Uh-huh. Okay. For a pivotal side event at the UN General Council. And so in his remarks, the Duke expressed unwavering support for Her Majesty and the Kingdom of Lesotho, emphasizing the vital role that women and children play in fostering societal progress. He highlighted how empowering these groups not only strengthen communities, but also serves as a foundation for long lasting peace and progress. And yes, so here is the panel discussion, which is a wonderful thing that he being asked and he participated in it. So, you know, the king participated in it. Okay. Travelest, which Harry founded in 2019, so it's had its 5-year mark, um, and the 5-year anniversary. And so they Travelest, there was a panel there and partaking in that and just celebrating their 5 years. And yeah, so it says this evening, the Duke of Sussex celebrated the 5-year anniversary of Travelers, an initiative dedicated to transforming the travel industry towards greater sustainability. And so, held during Climate Week, this gathering was a momentous occasion to celebrate Travelers' achievements, forge new connections, and raise awareness of its vital mission. And so, here are some pictures of the statesman. Mhm. Having a good time. Now, while we're all looking over here to the left, on the right, late in the evening, the Tonight Show drops a bomb on all of us, which I found out the next day because, I was asleep. But anyway, so The Tonight Show announced that, Prince Harry will be on there. Squad was having the biggest laugh that I could see on the X app because they were like, "Oh, this was announced at 1 a.m. UK time." So most of them were getting up probably like me, like, "What the what the heck?" So just good times had, and here are some of the pictures. So this one was one that Jimmy shared, to Nightmares. So the To Nightmares, it was cool, had cameras hooked up, and then they went through a, scary, Squatty had put this all together, a scary haunted house type of situation. And so I think this, let me just see. So they go through this whole thing, and then this actress realized who this was when he had just walked past. And then this picture, you see her still with like the mouth open, like, oh my God. It's funny to see on video, but because it's TikTok and it's Fallon, I'm not. Okay, because YouTube don't like us sharing the tick to the talk type stuff. Okay. Anyway, so I took stills. So the actress that was on, I guess she was supposed to be a vampire. She looks up and she's like, because she sees the other actress like with the mouth open, like, oh my gosh. She's like, who's that? And she whispers, Prince Harry. The look on her face, it was absolutely priceless. And then she starts fanning herself. And then she tells the other actress, okay, okay, like get back into character. And then because whomever else would have been coming through, they just wanted to be prepared. It was hilarious. It was a good time. I'm happy Harry um, visited Jimmy because I think there was some narratives being set with that, but never, we move on, right? We have a good time. Rah, rah. Um, Since there is this narrative that goes around saying that Megan this and Megan that, she sends 5 a.m. emails and she's a bully and she's this and her current staff and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Because, they had attached that to her after right before the O interview, trying to push that bully narrative. And her attorney was like, and prove it. They quietly, the British royal family quietly, sway, because I'm sure you were behind that bullshit, but sway, they quietly, oh, it's a personnel matter. But you told her she wasn't an employee, so it's not a personnel. But now, we won't semantics. You tried it, you found out. Okay. So people who actually put their names to it, current and former staff of Archewell, basically were like, um, if we happen to have gotten an email that early, we know she didn't expect us to be up to read it. Um, there's a tagline that she has in there that on her email signature, just, whenever you read this, you're able to respond back, that type of thing. So people who know them, really know them, have stood up and put their name on it. There is no palace sources. There is no, um, friend. There is no, anonymous this or, mhm, anonymous that. They put their names on it. And like I said, current and former employees. Okay. Just saying the heck with the shenanigans. Now, what got me is all these narratives they put out there. Oh, she's sending these emails, blah, 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 blah. She walks around the office and she does this and says this and she's mean and da da. And the staff was like, we work from home, so that's pretty impossible. Now, what she does when she's walking around her own home office is something different, but no, none of us would know that. But, we're home. Oh, the laughter that I had. So, as I've said many, many times, many squaddies have said many, many times, leave Megan's name out of You haters, mouse, just leave her alone because the ancestors don't play. You all keep effing around because you're gonna. And this article was your find out. You're made to look like idiots. I think GB News may have received some paperwork. I don't know. Just some screenshots that I saw, and I was like, "Woo, my gosh." But good enough for them if they did. Just saying. The rave reviews continued. Okay, so thank you, Royal Suitor, who tweeted this out. Let me see if the date's on here. Yes. So the banner, this is from last Saturday. So it just has Ted Sarandos, Netflix co CEO, and a comment he made on Meghan Markle. I've been out with a lot of famous people before. The way the people react to Meghan is otherworldly. I can only imagine. Can you imagine if squatties happen upon her? You know, if you're in LA or whatever and you just happen to be walking and then suddenly she comes out of yeah, faint, scream, try to get your phone out, shaking, all that stuff. All of that stuff. So let me just be sure I didn't miss anything down below because a lot of the screenshots I didn't move up. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, all right. So just a reminder, I don't know if he's in the UK yet, but I think the UN, climate week ends tomorrow. I think it was the 22nd through the 29th. So Harry may still be in New York. More information will be coming out. Um, but he will be in the UK for the Well Child Awards, which is on Monday the 30th. So there is still a mute challenge for Squad because the other folks over there in the UK are trying everything to be seen and heard, and it's not working. All right. October 22nd, Harry's book Spare comes out in paperback. For those of you who pre-ordered, you're smart. I still have a hard copy, so I need to get that to someone if you don't mind sharing your address, that type of thing. All right, so December, the Polo docuseries will be coming on Netflix. Can't wait for that. All right, let's get to Squaddie Corner. Whew, let me take a sip of my tea. And in Squaddie Corner, thank you, Kivia, for the Cash App that you've dropped upon me. May the love that you dropped upon me be returned to you 1,000,000,000 times over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me reply so you know that I did receive it. Oop, there we go. I did see some love early on. Elaine is quick on it. So let me highlight these others. Thank you to all of you. Let's see, Elaine, for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. May the love you've dropped upon me be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. Sylvia F, to you. Thank you for the super sticker. May the love you've dropped upon me be returned to you 1,000,000,000 times over. And to Sophie, thank you so very much for the love that you've dropped on me and for the super sticker. And may it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. This is for all of you, for the love. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it more than you ever know. This is for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. To you all, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please remember to hit the thumbs up, everybody. Those coming in, those that have been here, in case you forgot, just want to remind you. Ooh, okay. All right, all right, all right. Let me come back over here. Scroll back up. The giving campaign is still going on through the Invictus Game kickoff, which is in February 2025. The link should be pinned to the top of the chat. All funds go directly to True Patriot Love, Canadian charity that works with the military community there. Just remember all proceeds. I just like to emphasize that. Okay. If you're not able to give, please share the link out with family, friends, in your social media community, etc. All right, because that is still a way of giving. Squaddies had come up, and although it was during the birthday between Meghan and Harry's birthdays, August and September, a blood drive. But if you still want to do that, donate blood, be my guest. For those that are able to, we do thank you. All right. I'm channel news still marching towards the 10,000 subs, as well as just to remind those, Nightbot drops a link to the store. Um, there's regular channel merch and then there's Trash Time merch. I actually have on my purple Trash Time t-shirt. Ooh. To get me into, I almost canceled today and I was just like, they won't miss me. They'll be all right, but I needed this. Now I realize I needed this. Okay. So pre-Trash Time, there's a couple of baby derangers and one off the wall. Well, not really off the wall, but Byline Times is kind of putting folks on notice, but here we go. So, Baby Deranger, how dare she allow named sources to come out and defend her? Using real sources makes an article more credible and is against royal protocol. Is she planning to refute all future sources say stories with real on the record sources? It's not fair. His Majesty the King must remove all titles. So, hollering about that. But then this one took me completely out. Let me get it together because the picture with the pacifier just seems to always do me in. And whew, okay, Baby Deranger is just Baby Deranging. And, you just got to love Baby Deranger. It's scary as all heck to some, but all right. Raging against them is exhausting. It's only Tuesday. Now, this is how early in the week. And I already need my binky. His Majesty the King must remove their titles. So the comments under this was hilarious because people were like, oh, you poor thing. You really need to go take a nap. And then they were telling the person behind, please put Baby Deranger down for a long nap. But, here we are. Had to share those out to you all. Whew. Alrighty. So, Byline Times, what the media doesn't say about our monarchy. Ooh. No one knows about how they're funded, but who's interested in that story when you could talk about Harry and William having a spat? This week's new Media Storm pod is out now. So, Byline Times, what the media doesn't say about our monarchy. Ooh. Which might have something to do with, the 500 and some odd million dollars that they really cost taxpayers. Ooh. Oh, okay. Let me get into the chat real quick, and then, we'll get to our trash to the time. Oh, Black Queen! I just saw this. Oh, my goodness. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me come back over here for a second. Y'all be sliding things in after I done. Okay, so Black Queen, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the love that you dropped on me. May it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. I'm just going to play the song. Y'all know how it goes. Sing along if you will. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you, Black Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, my goodness, I almost missed that. My goodness. Okay, now I think I got everything that I need. I gave a shout out to Marshall. Good seeing you in the chat. Let me come back up here to pre-trash time, but I'm going to use this one, and now I'm going to check the comments up and through the point that, yeah. Let me get, what time is it? 12:09. Okay. These are all greetings. Hello, hello, hello. Shirley, How are you? Glad to hear that many are safe from Hurricane Helene. Praying for my family in South Carolina. Yeah, seeing Church Leon, I was like, because I was thinking of people as the storm was moving through. It was just crazy. The amount of rain. Phew, that's all I can say. Hey, Lakivia, Connie Bomber, how are you? Good to see you. Um, let me see. Cookies and cream, how are you? My manager. Okay. I don't know if my boss has hit the chat yet, but hey, boss, how are you, Mrs. S? I hope you are well. Still enjoying your grand baby. Yes. Oh, was she 88 or 89? Okay. I think that was the comment to me on the age, Maggie. Okay. Now Mina's saying she was 90. All right. I gave her a few more years. I know she was up there, but Lottie, ooh, I'll have to come back, star that one for trash time. My gosh. Okay. So Elaine is saying, Dame Maggie Smith, aged 89. Okay, yeah, one of my favorite actresses. My favorite film, The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that one. Hmm. I'll have to, hopefully one day I'll see it come on cable or I'll be able to look for it. Let me see. Bonzala, how are you? Back in New Jersey. Hope everyone is well. We are for the most part. Yes. Martine, how are you? I think I gave a shout out to Mina, but hello, Mina. How are you? Um, Tier. Okay. Let me see. This is Marshall saying Harry and Meghan aren't joined by the hip. They both can do separate events and draw massive following and positive attention individually. Here goes the drag. Unlike Baldy, Bones, Chuck, and Crumella. Yes, and that. Angie Hart, how are you? Good to see you. I have to catch up on your latest shopping. Go shopping with you. Go shopping with you. Let's see. Khadijah, how you doing? Faith, all right. Scrolling. There's lots of hellos and lots of greetings and good to see you. Yes, keep you that. Prince Harry is the hardest working royal, truly working. There was a little dispute amongst a squaddie and a deranger where the deranger came in like, he needs to get a job, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, what did you just say? Like, of all the things that you could have said to say he needs to get a job, really? Okay, he has one. Next. That was almost how that conversation went. And yeah, they just got more deranged by the moment. Hello, Paul Charles. How are you? Just by the moment. Annie B, Harry was definitely all about business, no BS like the others. Show up, do good. That's the Sussex's way. Exactly. Exactly. hmm Exactly. So, well, I do hope if it's true that Meghan is not well, that she is much better. But Harry did his thing. So, hello, Majesty Sussex Report. How are you? I have so much catching up to do with everybody else's content. I really do. Church Nelly, watch out, everyone. Peghead gonna get a tattoo. Yeah, okay. I guess of his favorite emoji. I wonder. Is he gonna put it in the tramp stamp area too? Oh, see, y'all will get. I should have not seen this particular comment because it's already getting me going. Let me stop. Let me move on. Let me move on. Hey, Lottie. You said yes for yes. I've seen the pic. Ooh. Some of y'all are really starting already. So let me come on through. Karen is saying Harry has several things that are close to his heart dealing with his mother, but William has not. Woo! Well, damn, there's the drag. It's almost like the Diana Award is a burden the way he acts about it. Well, I mean, sort of, kind of. Yeah. hmm Well, y'all will see. Y'all will see in trash time. Let me just keep on moving. And Lakivi, I agree. William looks, he's sway. Oof. But all that evil doing does have a way of catching up with one. He's exuding it. Church Melly, Karen, Peghead was mad at his mother for going public with Tampon's affair. Yeah. Okay, there's Penelope in the background. Oh, lovely. And now Kuja's head's popped up. So, okay, she's not getting involved in that fight. Good. Annie said Harry was definitely in his element this week. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Had great team around him as well, as they always do. I hope there was a little visit to Sylvia somewhere along the way that we'll hear about later on. But, there's always those little offshoot events that are much more meaningful in a sense, and that we find out from the actual charity or place that they go to. So, Paul is saying our Harry did a wonderful job in New York and all his wonderful speeches. Yes. Yes. Hopefully, you all got a chance to hear them. You know me, I'm not one to, if I can share, I will, but. Cookies and Cream is saying Church Nelly, LOL, I agree. Sir Pegalot is going to get a tattoo of a peg. See, that's what I meant. Yeah. Mhm. His favorite emoji that's pictured there. Oh, Lord, why is she so upset? Okay. I might have to go get her for a moment. Ooh. Um, and me and Cookies and Cream, see, manager and client thinking along the same lines. Okay, one moment, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Penelope was on patrol out on the screen porch, and she didn't appreciate something out in the woods, but she's inside now. Whew. Okay. So Lorna is saying Willie Leaks, who has been bowed to and coddled ever since he could walk, doesn't know how to be anything except coddled and bowed to in his adult life. Poor thing, because his existence is going to suck. Because many are getting over that coddle and, you know, the real folks that he happens to meet if they show up at his events. I'm just saying. Hey, Miss September, how are you? Let me see. Paul is saying it was great to see Harry on Jimmy Fallon Halloween House. Bit was great. Um, oh, he was great on there. Very, very funny, Trill. The times when he jumped, yeah, that was genuine. Very much so. People might want to say one thing, but yeah. Well, that was one of the unexpected, but that was unexpected, and I just love that they dropped it hours before, you know, he was to appear. Marshall says Harry attending several events within a few days proves that a person with a high profile can do a lot to benefit thousands. He's no figurehead. He works with/for these charities with his time and money too. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. So true. Excuse me, taking a sip of tea. Annie B, now I see why Baldy canceled New York because of all the attention would have been on Harry. He knew he couldn't compete. Let me just say that. Okay. I mean, they don't seem to. Let me behave. I'm not in trash time yet. Okay. Briefings from staff, but, their staff is the ones that coddle more than they should. Church night. Harry did more in New York than Unrolls did a whole damn year. Ooh, this tea is so good. Hey, Rosa, how are you? But yes, the Unroyal family was behind the whole thing. Um, B can believe, yes. Let's see. Mhm. Annie B made me hum. Baldy had one job to do. Harry had many. Or how many, yeah. Well, the only one they wanted Harry to have was to be the scapegoat and the workhorse, of course. Get out there, do all the work, and then I'll stick my name on those things that I like, and I'll take credit for it all. Yeah. Uh-huh. Lorna says, Churchilly, my bet on Willie Leaks tattoo is on what? Wherever Harry has. Oh, on where it is? Mhm. I'm going to keep moving because let me just see. Tier, nobody knows who William is in New York. Yeah, I would love to see him try to reenact that, going through the a haunted house type thing. Mm. Marshar, Harry is surrounded by the most powerful people in the world, black women. Now tell me I'm not lying. Nope, you're not. There you go. Gwen is like, Marshar, absolutely agree. Okay. One that broke the conveyor belt. Let me just say that. That wasn't that Harry's term, conveyor belt? Okay. And they've been and the crazies over there have been losing their minds ever since. Don't call a black girl magic for nothing. Okay. Let me behave because I wasn't in. I'm not in. I'm not in. Yes, Gwen, that part. Harry was hilarious in his F bombs use. Go out and give the clip because I think it's on YouTube already by now. I would hope that they have the Tonight Show has a YouTube channel, and there is no way I'm replaying because then YouTube will strike in a minute. Let me see. Churchill, I was thinking of dressing like Homilla and wearing a mask of her, but I'm afraid animal control will be called. No, I was going to ask, and Church Nelly, how are you? I can see you are truly off the chain, and I love it. Elaine says, I love that with Harry the Nightmare. Yes. Majesty Sussex report. That was so awesome. Prince Harry just gets it. Mixing the serious and having some fun. The two ladies were the best. They were absolutely. Because when the one realized who it was and just her reaction, and for the other to be like, well, who was that? And then she ran over and was like, Prince Harry. And then the other one was like, oh my gosh. Like when she fanned herself, that took me out. I was like, yeah, well, there you go. That usually is the reaction of many who see Harry. Mhm. Okay, Marshar. Harry first was on Stephen Colbert and now Jimmy Fallon. Mama Diana was right. Harry is having all the fun. Exactly. There was a situation where what was it? It wasn't when the Queen passed, and maybe I'm wrong, but there was a narrative trying to be spun that, "Ooh, he has this thing, he won't go on the Tonight Show, da 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 da," and that's been put to rest. I do remember seeing that spin, and I was just like, "Oh my." It just wasn't the right time. It was something with Invictus, and there was a lot going on, and yeah, I want to say maybe it was around when the Queen. Let me see. Lottie, all that bullshit come from William True. Tell us how you really feel. Tell us how you really feel. Oh, that is so sweet, Church Nelly. Thanks, Elaine. I've been praying for you too. Y'all, oh, because here's Elaine first comment that she was responding to. Church Nelly, I've been praying for you, my friend. Oh, y'all are so sweet. The family praying for each other. Yes. Yes. Solid foundation. Antoinette, how are you? Please drive safely. Yes. Jules, how you doing? Mm, 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 mm. All right. Lottie is saying William forgot that Meghan was a seed. He's still upset because she told him, "Take your effing finger out of my face." He's lucky he still has that finger to point at anybody else. And, we've seen it pointed at the absent lady many times, his wife. The beard. Let me see. Elaine is saying my friend's little boy Noah is receiving a Well Child Award from Harry. He only came out of hospital yesterday, his third time meeting Harry. Oh my goodness. How special. I'm glad that he is home. And prayers for the little child, because yeah, the Well Child Awards is children who have been gravely ill, who have fought through, still having battles, etc. So we know how Harry broke down the year that, yes, when there was a little gem that was being hidden from the rest of the world, and we were all like, he's so emotional. But then we realized once it was made, and we found out all the hell that was going on behind the scenes that never let up, even throughout her pregnancy. True. Okay. Well, let little Noah know we're all are very happy. All the squaddies are happy for him to be home and the immense joy of getting to meet Harry like a third time. How lucky. Oh, sorry, took a sip of tea. Let me see. Wendy is saying Prince Harry came to New York with a mission to slay. He did with his swagger. Okay. Yes. He came to slay, he came to slay, he came to slay and succeeded. All right. Those of y'all that know, you know. If you don't, you can find the shorts that I did about Meghan a couple of years ago, but y'all can find it. It's under the shorts playlist. Okay. That's a VS Speaks Royally original. Okay. Just to know. And nobody can use my content unless you ask nicely. All right. I just have to say that for some cloud surfers that might be out there. Hmm. We haven't even gotten to trash time. And it's almost an hour. My gosh. Wow. Okay. Let me read this and then I'll jump into trash time. We gotta get sink our teeth into some meat and then I gotta let y'all get it out. Okay. Marshall says, see, Kuja's agreeing she wants trash time. Marshall says, I would be too nervous to say hi to Meghan if she stood in front of me. I was the same when I had a chance to speak with Muhammad Ali when I was in college. I know about the extreme shyness. True. It's on a different level. I would be that way with Hall and Oates, who, if you know me, you know me. That's an affinity from when I was a teenager. Um, Yeah, there's many. And I've met individuals like Ashford and Simpson, and um, there's a couple of baseball players. I had a cousin that played pro basketball, so I've met many pro basketball players. But yeah, it's different, LL Cool J. It's just different. Come on. All right. Harry and Meghan would be a whole different thing. It would be like, for me, Hall and Oates also. I would be speechless. Probably cry, and they would be like, "Oh Lord, we've got a winner." We've got a winner. Let me star this comment. I'm going to come over here because I want to get into a little bit of it too. Mhm. To this time, trash time. Buckle up, clear your minds. No, don't clear your minds. Get your drags ready because I know Marsha's probably been revving up for this for a while. But Kuja was speaking to. And here we go. It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time. So, the Telegraph. The talking heads and mouthpieces of the British royal family always want that narrative of Harry and Meghan are irrelevant. So then the Telegraph comes out with, and this was a couple of days ago. Remember, I do this weekly now. So talking their ish, Team Sussex on the offensive and painting Harry and Meghan as saints. Now, the screenshot, just how they see, Kuja don't like it either. There you go. But with the halos over the head and all this stuff, they are saints. And I'm just saying, compared to the top four of that family over there, they are saints. So, you try to use it as a dig. Not so much so. Okay. But I found this quite interesting. They are mad over there. They are mad. Now, the son, this next screenshot, the son wants to be sued. Again, I'm just saying, because there's already an active lawsuit, but the son, Meghan Markle is holding Harry back from royal return. He will only move back to the UK if they split. Harry ain't never said no shit like that. Um, but y'all keep putting that in the atmosphere and it keeps boomeranging and it's going to get y'all. I do believe that there's, we were talking about this before the absent lady went missing for that alleged cancer, but it looked more like a facelift because she looks very refreshed. Lines gone in the face. Many people have noticed. I'm just so the boomerang is coming back at y'all. And the son, y'all really need to cut the shit out. But you should be sued again. Just for this headline alone, y'all should be, because it's just disgusting. But that's what y'all want. Now, it's hard times out here when the former prime minister has to use Harry and Meghan's name to try to get book sales. He should speak about all of the women that he had over his marriages. I did say prime minister, so y'all know it's not talking about the former president here in the U.S., the former prime minister in the U.K. This is just so I had to pause because I was like, is this shit real? But you see what it is, the Scottish Daily Mail. DM for the fail, as always. Boris, my quote, manly pep talk with Harry and bid to stop Megxit. If you couldn't even give your own manly thing part, I'll give that. I'll say it like that. That manly part of you, a pep talk to say stay in your pants and not cheat on your wives at the time and get people pregnant and have this one and that one running around and all that, and then have, anyway. If you can't do that, I know you did not say any words to Harry. And if you did, he looked at you like you were a raging freaking is not the F word I want to use. Nut. Okay. But, he has to try to sell a book. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Because if you think people are going to buy, especially squaddies, we ain't paying no attention to you, sir. Your initials fit you because that's how you got sunk, literally. BJ. Okay. Let me move on. So this narrative is spinning again. King Charles is eager to have a deeper relationship with Archie and Lilibet. Bullshit. I don't know who I guess InStyle is now under the, Murdochian publications because they just have the off the wall headlines, but he's eager to have. So eager that, you remove security, you released where they were, and you cut them off financially when you were supposed to keep that in place per the agreement with QE2. Don't think your karma ain't come home yet to roost. KC3. So concerned with the pigment of Archie. Oh, but then once you see and you're like, oh, okay, he could pass. Ooh. And then you see your granddaughter, who truly is a spitting image, I would say, of Diana. Like, you really don't want no relationship with them. You took the house that they had that was, royal property, so they would have been have security. And you dum dums didn't even think that if they came in, they would have been telling them to prepare the house. So therefore, y'all would have known when they were dropping in. Now you have no flicking idea when they come into the UK. Mhm. Especially Harry, who's usually the only one that has been over the last few months. All right. So what everyone now, y'all, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a monarchy by the time, KC3 transitions and then, Sway takes over the reins. Um, although Cal Miller won't be the one that he'll be leading around with those reins. Okay. Costs the Royals really cost 510 million pounds, anti-monarchists say. Mm, interesting. I'm actually surprised BBC would even report on this, but okay, whatever. I've seen the number higher, but most of us knew that it wasn't just a few million. Come on. And they don't bring in that much to cover all that. So, tourist traps. Okay. Again, in style. Who's over there and what are y'all smoking? What are you smoking there? So, King Charles may be keeping Sarah Ferguson away from royal duties. Do you know that this is the year 2024 and she was kept away from royal duties the moment she divorced? Well, no, the moment her toe sucking pictures were found and released by the tabloids. That's when she was kept from royal duties. Okay. And then, got that divorce. Hmm. Hmm. So why would she need to be doing royal duties? Oh, okay. She can stay with her ex who don't need to be doing royal duties either. Just I don't get in style. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure what's happening over there. So I'm over there on the X app minding my biz, going through my timeline, and I happened to see this. And I thought, oh my, because when it said content, the warning that's on this picture. So I started reading and I'm like, there is something pathologically wrong with this individual. So I was like, oh gosh, they need to assume the need to assume his brother's style, aesthetic context, but not ethic has gone beyond normal levels. Someone who cares for him should check on him. Nobody gives about him, so they're not really checking on him. Not even the absent lady, and Paul don't give two middle fingers. Anyway, it really took me by surprise. So I'm going through and I'm like, what is I was scared to click on it because I really had no clue. It's one of them random tweets that just happened to be in my timeline, and I'm like, so you see a warning, oh man. So see, even Cuja's like, no, 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 no. So I happened to find the original that contained, and I screamed. Now RP has me blocked, so I guess I've said something on the X app at some point in time. No clue. Although I had him blocked, like I do a lot of others, but I'm able to still see their timelines. He was like, "Oh hell no to you." Anyway. I laughed when I read what this was. So, in an she can't stand Sway Sway either. In an overnight video message to UN General Assembly Fringe event, on financing international efforts to preserve, what is that? Biodiversity. Prince William has warned that 1 million species are facing extinction, including himself. Okay. So when I real When I realized that this warning, kudos to whomever, because it has to be I'm going to say a squaddie, but someone has the best personality to put this. And it says the post author flagged this post as showing sensitive content. If this is sensitive content, I have laughed about this since I've seen this. Yeah, that is sensitive content. He looks horrible. Horrible, horrible. It's not working. You can stand in the garden around grass and trees. We know y'all doctor shit, so you can stand in the garden with grass and trees, grow that beard. You still look like um this in my mind. Hmm. Go on to Poland and get your pulled pork sausage sandwiches. You know, we know um, how much you enjoy those. But yeah, the future balcony of the monarchy, especially if the cost of right now 510 allegedly 510 million pounds. By the time he takes over, probably be a billion. Mm, anyway, this was me after seeing what was hiding behind that warning. Absolutely priceless. So the Lady in Black's list is always growing. It still is growing. Yeah, I don't think you ever come off her list once you make it there because she has to keep an eye. The Legion has to keep an eye on y'all crazies, trolls and all that. But as always, y'all know how my middle finger energy is always up and stuck when it comes to um, the British royal family over there because they just won't leave Harry and his beautiful wife alone. And speaking of which, I saw this on Facebook and said I have to share this because someone said Lucy's going to be upset. This is my closing. Everybody is going to be mad when they meet Charlie Brown's new girlfriend this holiday season, child. When I hollered, I said, "Oh, Charlie Brown, really? Yeah, Lucy. You know how she may not claim him, but she claims him. It'll be interesting to see because I might have to start watching the Peanuts again. I don't know, like." Anyway, that's my little laugh to end the live. So I will jump back into comments. Let me just check and see. Okay, yes, it's just the starred. I have so many comments that I just can hum. That's all I can do. All right, let me get back to this one because this was the last one that I read. Let me just take this off and then come in to find. Hey, Mrs. Murph, how are you? And I'll just work my way down in the chat from here and hang out with y'all. Okay. Um, Cookies and Cream says Elaine, that's great. He has met Prince Harry. I know he's probably looking forward to seeing him again. If he could just tell him the Sussex squad says we love him. Okay, moving on. That would be awesome. See, Churchill, I knew you would love Baby the Ranger. Martin, I'm so glad you came, VS. We're here for you, friend. Oh, thank you. Well, I know that the reason why I know that you all have gotten all the content through the week. Um, so I'm usually just kind of regurgitating some stuff, but yeah. Woo! Church Nelly, he needs a moonshine infused blinky. Yeah, the binky needs to be. I won't say infused because, we don't give children that type of stuff. Not Church Nelly, behave yourself. You could take a little bit and rub on their gums, just a little bit, just a little bit. That helps with the teething, allegedly. I've heard people say that. I did not have any babies, so. Annie B, somebody give Baby Deranger a bath, refresh her diaper, give them a bottle, and put them to bed. Yes, that part. Um, Let me see. See, Connie's even saying, no, Church Nelly, no moonshine. Yeah. No, 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 no. We don't need Baby Deranger. That probably would cause Baby Deranger to really cut up. Sure. Can you imagine? All right. So, Marshar, the thing that would really scare Harry in the to nightmares was if Crumella was jumping out at him. She would have had to be a zombie. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Actually, he probably wouldn't even be scared of that. He would be like, "Oh, you finally, showing your true self." Maybe he would have swung. Ooh, can you imagine? All right, let me. Hi, Prudence. How are you? Good to see you. Whew. Everyone, please remember to hit the thumbs up. Yes. Okay. So, Black Queen says they can take their washed up racist titles and shove it way up there in clandestine, mediocre colon. Tell us how you really feel, Black Queen. Whew, my goodness. Oh, and Church Nelly, there you go. Tell us how you really feel. Yes. All right, let me see. Lakivia is saying the UK military and the old people will not have heat this winter, but the royals will accept all the money they can take from the poor people. Wow. There's some things that need to be changed to cut off or limit the amount that they can get. Just people eventually realize, yes, that's just how and the only way it's going to happen. Janine, hello to you in Australia. Good day. Good day to you in Australia. Let's see. Marsha, it's good being back in the chat, Mrs. VS. Life gets a lifing at times. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Hey, Benjamin, how are you? Veronica. Oh, look at Church Nelly. She was a mean hag in Gosford Park. I don't think I've seen that one either. You know, when an actor or actress is really good at what they do when you're just like, ooh, I can't stand you. Denzel still hasn't it hasn't been right with me with Denzel, after training day. Because that just took me. I'm like, he's always played good guys, but he played this bad guy so well. Woo. Okay. Let me see. Tier, little Bojo's book won't sell without Harry and Meghan's name. It's not going to sell even then. If someone buys that just based on a alleged conversation, hmm sure, sure, BJ, sure. Kim H, never late, never late. How are you? Good to see you. hmm hmm Let me come on down in this chat. Um, Lorna. Charles Sept Bojo the clown, who abandoned his children and left his South Asian lawyer wife to marry his mistress to talk Harry out of leaving the UK. Whew, Lorna, see this, the narratives, it's the behind story that no pun intended, that they forget, that most of Squaddie looks at and it's like, and what's your angle? Mhm. But yeah, that wasn't the first. Isn't she like the current wife? I have to say current wife because I don't even know if he's still married to the girl. But that really pissed off a lot of people because the Queen's made a statement like for people to back off because she was just the girlfriend living at 10 Downing and got knocked up. Of course, she was going to lock down her security with him. But anyway, I digress. I think she's the third wife, and each of them wives. His story really aligns very eerily to number 45, and I'll leave that alone. Mm. Church Nelly, Lorna, the jokes do write themselves. They really do. When you look and you know the behind the story, yes. Okay, Wendy says, well, Baldy trip to Scotland, no crowds, while Harry's trip to New York making boss moves with world leader. Checkmate for real, Joe. He doesn't. Baldy didn't even have to travel outside his own country to have all those, when they put up the barriers, the metal barriers to kind of crowd control, and maybe five people are standing around as he's walking that long walk inside a building. Yeah, that was hilarious too. They don't give a shit about him. Mm-mm. Sip of tea, but he brought that upon himself. He's, you know, he's not normally out in the crowd and all that. So we remember the night before the wedding, and they did, Harry and the other brother did a walkabout, like a quick, sporadic, came out, all of a sudden the doors open and they came out and shook hands. I think it was either before, it had to have been before the rehearsal. Hmm. That was Harry's element, not so much for the other brother. Lottie is saying, Marshar, I agree. Nothing can separate Harry and Meghan, but the God Almighty, God, they're made for each other. Yeah. Hey, Olive, how are you? Mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah, that was more of the news that really had my attention for a while this week. Harry, I knew was going to be all right, and security was going to be on the highest level, given what happened that other time he was in New York. Between the and then the mayor getting snagged, I'm kind of glad there's no pictures. Phew, Jesus. All right. Yeah, P. Diddy memes have been off the chain, but that one with R. Kelly took me completely out. Yeah, if you've seen it, you've seen it. If not, we're going to move on. Tier, don't forget Bojo's sister made her racist remarks about Megan's exotic blood. Oh, is that his sister, the one that made that? Mhm. See, let me see how I can say this in a nice way. Many of those people like her that say those things when they travel to the islands, or to the continent of Africa, they sure lose or leave those quote thoughts behind when they're trying to get some of that mandingo. That's how I'd explain it. And I'm gonna move on. Okay, I'm gonna try not to be too bad here in this, but that's how most of them. They have them little thoughts up until the point. Mhm. Elaine Black Queen, disappointed that my radioactive imaging was not carried out due to a health problem. Oh, Lord. So it's delayed. Okay. Not denied, delayed. So we'll have to just be very much more prayerful because, yes, as you're waiting on that, um, yeah, I'll just say the young woman that I watch that's in the UK, she has a very large YouTube channel, has another battle with cancer. This is her third, and within a matter of, I think, 2 years. So there was a joyous moment just a couple of months ago celebrating her engagement, and now have been hit with this. So it just pisses me off even more that the absent lady and KC3 used that particular disease as their get out of racist card. Okay, let me, just my opinion. All right. Marshall says the only tattoo Willie would get is tattooed hair on his bald head. Can you imagine? He needs to go to, well, do they even have the hair club for men anymore? Seems like he would have had his own private one in the palace, but well, he probably does. Just roll with me. If you caught it, you caught it. Okay. Lorna Churchnelli, the Keystone Cops have better moves than the royal family. True. Y'all are just having a good old time. Let me see, Wendy. Harry's showing how to be boss on a global stage. UK, can you handle it? No, they can't. They truly cannot. They truly can't. Benjamin says Harry and Meghan draw positive coverage than the with royal family. Yeah, and they, and when I say they, the royal family, the top four, well, the top two, Paul and the heir, decided that they didn't want that half in, half out. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, I just had to say that. They thought they were the smartest ones in the room. Suckers. Hindu, how are you? Good to see you in the chat. Make a love shout out to you. It's the cutest little channel. You have to check them out. Let me see. and you've had wonderful growth with your channel. So awesome to see. Also, let me see. Cookies and cream. Uh-oh. If BP could reach out to Bojo to ask him to talk to Harry into staying, talk to Harry into staying in the firm, they certainly could have called off the abuse of Meghan. Ding, ding, ding. The main objective was to only get Meg to leave. Ding, 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 ding. That part. Squad, we look at all, the angles that are being taken, and read between those stinking lines that they put out in their stupid articles. But yes. And if BP could reach out to Bojo, why didn't they tell Paul to keep his in his when he was running around with Comella, Calmella, Homella, all the names that y'all call her? He was married to die. Oh, okay. BP, y'all picking the wrong type of topic to talk about. And we know that he was given the okay that in the book. Let it have been something about, Sway Sway and his emoji loving antics. Because he has said out of his own mouth that the eggplant is his favorite emoji. That is what he said on live TV interview. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Connie is saying Daily Fail went to ask the tattoo man if H had gotten a tattoo and he turned them down badly from Lady Rose channels. Well, I mean, why would you talk about a client, especially if it's a high profile one, because you're going to just cut into your bag, if you do services of tattoos. And there's many tattoo artists that have, tattooed some pretty high profile people. Who cares about um, if he got one or not? Who doesn't have one as a key? Okay. Okay. The storm, and I keep seeing, the different utilities just putting out messages. So I just wanted to check and see what they were talking about, especially the one up by my mother's house. Let me see. T Mac, how you doing, T Mac? Love the Jimmy show. I'm so happy that Prince Harry is out enjoying himself. Yes. He enjoys himself immensely with his wife, but he enjoys himself even when he is on a solo, and that week was his week to do the solo events. He had a great team traveling with him, And this is from someone who lives in the UK. Elaine P says, Annie B, no one goes out to see Willie. He never extended himself. Yeah. He needs to take a few more tips, and it's more than just growing a beard. That's not going to hide your true character, sir. And I'm being kind calling you sir. Let me see. Kim H. Now, Harry goes where he's wanted and needed, not where he's told. Woo! Boom, boom. There you go. Black Queen Cookies and Cream. They didn't care to. I guess they haven't learned from slavery that black blood, no matter the amount, is formidable opponent to reckon with. Woo, okay. They've forgotten, I guess, Queen Charlotte. What's in their lineage? But they only go by the outer shell, and it's just a shell. It's that inner core that many of them don't have and forgotten all about. So, all right. So, yeah, there's nothing new on Anna E. I just wanted to give that update there because she had reached out to Hilda, and I sent Hilda a message, and she responded that she hasn't heard back from her since that first time. So, yeah. Lots of prayers because it wasn't a good update when it came in the first time. Karen is saying eventually they don't know who he is in the UK since all his events are empty, and that he can blame himself for. Okay. They instead of them trying to rip down and shred apart Harry and Meghan, they should have been trying to build up the profiles in such a positive way that Sway Sway and the absent lady would just have been the headlines, mind you. They would have outshadowed and overshadowed the current king and consort, okay, which is supposedly a no-no. Mm. When they get there, they'll get there, and then and then their three children will take all the spotlight from them. Mm. Marshart, even though Harry really jumped into to nightmares, but he still put out a protective arm to block the zombies from getting Jimmy. He's always a soldier, even in the face of fun fear. Yeah, I saw that. He threw his arm back, like, no, don't step. So says a lot, says a lot, says a lot. Are y'all tired of me yet? It's an hour and a half. My goodness. I only have I'm almost at the bottom of the comments, so then we can wrap it up. Let me see. Black Queen is saying Baldy is mediocre at best, just like his spineless paw. Nothing better is expected. Yeah, it's just the title. That's all. They're just title holders. That's all that gets them off. Okay. Wendy L, wait for it. William is going for another reset after Harry's New York trip again. Give it a rest. No comparison. Comparison. You can't compare. You can't compete. You can't, give him another C. Kim H, nobody cares William is in New York. Mm-mm. They sure don't. Cookies and cream, Black Queen, so true. They're now learning the hard way. They don't know how to react to it. Good for those racist jackasses. Woo. Lakivia, animal control. Yeah, well, Let's see. Annie B. Harry stood on a stage talking to people. Baldy stood in a field talking to a camera. Mic drop. Boom. There you go. Mic drop. Ciao. Lottie, when Harry and Meghan spent 5 nights together in that small tent, game was over and there was no turning back, Jill. You see the little grin that she had on her face when she says, luckily, what did she say? We really liked each other. There was a look on her face, and if you've seen the docuseries, you've seen the look. You understand what was meant behind that look. Okay. Wendy L. So what is this? XUL Prime Minister Boris is joining the other UK drifters, mentioning in his memoir that he and the palace tried to get Harry to stay in the UK and not return to Canada with Meghan. Epic failure. Speaks a lot about BP, which we know. BP, okay. They might as well have said KP because KP pretty much runs BP, in my opinion. Only they want him back so badly. But y'all effed around. You truly have not found out yet, but you will. Ooh, but you will. Because, yeah, you will. What the current heir is doing to the current monarch is going to be done. And it seems to just see, Chuck knew his limits because people weren't going to tolerate that with QE2. She had been there too long. It just wasn't going to be tolerated. They didn't really care for Chuck when he was the Prince of Wales. So, he ain't going to get much more as the king. But oh boy, when that heir becomes the king, yes, he's going to get double the trouble and plus some more. Okay. Jumping through some of the. I thought we were in trash time. Annie, we had our trash time. But we weren't in it at that moment. No. Okay. Connie is saying, yes, we are. Harry and Meghan are saints. So, yes. Marshall says, after Harry's successful New York events, of course, but I wonder if Willie will ever plan another New York visit or visiting the U.S. at all. I hope so. I want to drag his butt even more. We don't like him. Well, one never knows. I mean, he has to find the absent lady, and is she good enough? I mean, she likes to travel, not do work within the country, but she likes to travel. I don't know if they would come over here again. They had their, red carpet moments in Hollywood type of moments, like right after they were married. I think they came over here. That was their introduction, and they went to a rodeo and all that, from my understanding. Prudence is saying, yes, we need to send them to the crazy house. Yikes. It's just, you know. Oh, Mina, there you are. These so-called deranged journalists are out of their damn minds thinking that Harry would ever leave his beautiful wife and kids. They put it in writing. You had that one say it in video. And then they wonder when their lives fall all the way the damn part. Oh, I don't know what's going on. That's why brought it on yourself, and we keep telling you to leave them out of your mouth. Diane, how you doing? Hiya, squad. I've been listening to all the wonderfulness. Busy day, but always time for a bit of great Sussex news. Ooh, I know, you're a squatty when you're like earbuds in and you're listening and doing other things. Um, Janine, tell us how you really feel. What a twat when he has to use Harry. Yes, you know. Twat, tart, and a few other adjectives that we can add on. Shithead comes to mind just because, BJ. Okay. Marsha, I think more and more of the British people are waking up and is seeing that royals aren't needed. I hope that's true. All people should know the freedom of true democracy, right? And if you limit them to 10 million pounds, I mean 510, 10 million pounds should be enough for them to sustain their lives when they don't do much. I mean, those big gigantic palaces that they live in, open them up to the public. All right. Elaine says Charlie couldn't give a flying fairy cake about Prince Archie or Princess Lily Diana. Correct. I agree 1000%. Yes. Okay. Oh, Kuja likes to get. There's the windows that she can, are at her level, and so she gets all up in the blinds. I heard blinds moving. Let me see. Here she comes, Marshall. Chuck has rapidly aged in 2 years. He may join Mummy soon. Well, mm, I like how you put Mummy. All pun. Oh, it's time for me to go. Let me see. All right, I'll give you about to 2 hour mark, and then I'll politely let y'all go. Okay, get your Saturday started. Lottie, who the F is stopping Charles from having a relationship with Archie and Lillian? Lilybet, yes, it is Charles himself. He stopped himself from having a relationship with them. And he can F off. Putting these headlines out every few months, it seems that he is so eager to have a relationship. They're toddlers. Keep your funny ways to yourself, sir. I'm just saying, because we know who your mentor was. Now, protect the kids around him. Allegedly. Okay, moving on. Let me move on. He deserves to be dragged some though, but let me move on. Cookies and Cream says Meghan really need to sue the Unroyal family and their racist minions in international court. The abuse has been going on for 8 years. Obviously, ignoring them isn't the answer. Enough is enough. Well, even if they respond, that would just, you know, cause them to, oh, we're important now. Let's keep going. We got their attention. Yeah. So lawsuits are expensive, hella expensive. Remember that. And that, excuse me, would be coming out of Harry and Meghan's bank account, and even if they were successful, the broke asses over there, would probably not be able to pay, although they get all this money. We know where that money goes offshore. Excuse me, just had to take a little sip of my tea. Let me see. Patricia, good to hear that you survived. Let me see. Yes, we survived in Georgia. Many died, though. Prayers, yes. Storm is just taking everybody. Um, I'm going to be skipping through. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Marshar, Sarah was kept away from the royals due to a toe suck, but Andrew wasn't really from royal privilege due to his child. Ooh, allegedly. Yeah. Get the pluck out of here. Well, remember, I'm not sure she was all that well liked anyway, but that was. See, remember, Philip kept his all under wraps, and that will is locked down for 100 years, right? But Philip kept his. I think that's really what they want. Do your thing, but keep it out of. She was a fool to ever be out and have her toes in some other man's mouth. I'm just saying. When that happened, I was like, really, you were that dumb? Because And then Harry was kind enough to invite you to his wedding because that was probably the only public event right before her daughter got married. Um, mhm. That was kind of her breaking back in. Mm. Let me come back on over here. Diane, there should be a special warning or siren when a random manlet is about to appear on the screen talking to himself in the field. Sure. It's just the funniest thing because I thought it was something truly indecent that was going to appear. But when I put two and two together as to who it was, well, I mean, he is indecent, but nevertheless. Um, Tier, now you know the reason why Sarah holds that title, of course, because although she's divorced and she's used that title to sell everything and anything you can probably think of. Um, I don't think she's on OnlyFans. That might be the only thing she hasn't sold yet. Ooh, okay. Let me come on down. uh, Vera, Prince William, make a video talking to his garden and himself. um, was it truly him in the garden? Did we notice anything odd about it? The absent lady, yes, her garden videos seem to get hit with AI, but was his not AI? He was able to stand still with his hands. I'm just gonna let me stop. Let me Tia Charlie Brown new girlfriend. Sure. I look forward to that type of spicy, the Peanuts TV show. Please bring that, air it, because I just. Although she had her eyes closed, so she's not feeling it. Oh God, let me. Let me get myself together. Okay. 13 minutes. I'm going to try to get to 2 hour mark. I may not make it. Okay. Elaine, take care. Have a good time. Good day. Be well, my friend. Hopefully, you're able to have that test very soon. All right. Cookies and cream. The Unroyals are really desperate. They know that they are sinking ship without Harry. Well, they should have thought a little harder about that. They're too vain, stupid racists to accept that Harry is done with that putrid, racist, cruel, satanic monarchy. Ooh. Cookies and cream, tell us how you really, 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 really feel. Lord have mercy. Annie B says, VS, you finish off my week. Well, I'm glad I do. Mm, true. Mm, 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 mm. And it's like, baby Deranger act like he needs the knee knee. Well, mhm. If you know, you know. Mm, yeah, not a bottle. Okay, y'all understand. Marshall. I see certain things and then I just okay, so let me get through this without laughing. You can do this without laughing. All right. Marshawn says, I want to know when Kitty Puss is going to make a solo visit to the US. Ha! No, Willie couldn't chance her jumping onto another yacht for his replacement. Marshawn, I can tell you're just getting it all out. You've held on for a while. You are getting it all out. I'm so glad. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let me see. Excuse me. Wendy says Prince Harry has so many successful projects under his watch. Meanwhile, William only has Earth Flop, yawn. Homeless, homeless sobbing, both flops. No wonder he is jealous. Such a loser, Baldy. And don't forget, this is his third world peace. Remember, he's saying peace in the Middle East. That was his endeavor for his lifetime and endeavor. Yes, he's failing bigly on that. Okay. Mm. And then Wendy follows up, as usual, Kate sighting, but no photos, like anyone gives a damn. Mm, yeah, she's returned back to work and has not been seen. Absent lady, yes. Maybe I'll start the Absent Lady Chronicles, which, because it will be off the chain. Oof. Mm. Mm. Vera, no, is for me. Very clear that the racist British royal family uses Boris Johnson, at the time Prime Minister in Britain, to remove Prince Harry's security. What an evil family. True. Um, oh, now is for me very clear. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very, very. That's why we don't believe anything he says, because if we really look at it, at the time that Chuck removed security, only Archie was here. So if he had his way, and especially that incident that happened in New York City in 2023, if he had his way, even prior to that, with removing security and people were coming up on the property in Canada, there wouldn't have been a lily bit. Okay. Now I say what I see it. Hey Boney, how are you? Hey Hazel, how you doing? Bum 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 bum. Tia Vera, Charles is a weak man. He has no backbone. Camilla is in control. And that's why it's going to shit. Karen W. It's funny the PM didn't persuade Charles. See, Charles not to divorce Princess Diana, who was to be queen and mother of the future heir, but you were to persuade Prince Harry, who was fifth in line, to stay and leave his family. Right. The audacity of it all. As if that makes that man who didn't stay with his other wives, and like you and someone clarified, abandon his children. He never gives the exact number of kids he has because he got some side ones and all kinds, but nevertheless, he has the pigment for protection. I'm going to keep on going. Angela says, if Queen Elizabeth could have held out, she would have stayed longer. Yeah. Her time was up, though, as far as that turd that she left behind that's now the monarch, she helped create that. She helped create that. Wendy L. UK media after Harry's trip are having a hard time with the BS narrative. Action speaks louder than words. Tabloids, the world see you. Yes. Which they now realize that sales going down, all that stuff. Okay. Cookies and cream. Everyone, please continue to pray for the Sussexes, each other, and the world. Pray for all those who are sick, bereaved, and in need of prayer. Yes, 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 please. Uh, Black Queen. Oh, Church Nelly was saying Black Queen. Anna E's not here. She was involved in a car accident and was very severely injured. She happened to reach out to Hilda. to tell Hilda, and then saying that she was home, but then she sent another message shortly after saying, "No, I'm going back to the hospital," and the word has been. So just keep in prayer. And I know sometimes squaddies are in contact outside of, and there's Sis Hilda, are outside of social media. So, if anybody, hopefully she is well. Oops, I see Alan has joined the fray and dropped some love here. First off, thank you, Alan, for the super sticker. Let me read this without laughing if I can. Do you think those bushes behind Wee Willie, Wee Willie are his favorite pegging bushes? See, I couldn't do it. I don't see a question mark, although it is asked or stated and such, but it's not bushes. Okay, that he really cares about. You mean like a hiding spot? There's so many directions I could go in this. Alan, thank you so much again. Let me not. Let me not. Let me come down here and play this music for you. Thank you, and may the love that you've dropped on me be returned to you 1,000,000,000 times over. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have to go over. I need to look at my dashboard because I want to be sure. Okay, that I haven't. And let me do the shout out because there was a channel member, Mrs. Murph. I don't know if that happened last Saturday. Well, it does say 7 days ago. Okay, yeah, okay. I just wanted to be sure I gave a shout out to Mrs. Murph, but I think I did on the last Sussex Saturday. All right. Y'all, I'm tired. And there's Sis Hilda spam in the chat. That's what we do. Nobody needs to get upset. I know some people. We spam each other's chats. That's how we communicate to each other and let each other know we're there. So yes, Kim, pray for her. Definitely. There's so many, that quite a few of our squaddies that are the rigs that we are missing in the live streams, and that's across the board, in the Sussex hallway. I'll call it that. So many prayers for them. Woo woo and woo. Oh, thank you, Nora, the Stock Explorer. Hopefully you fared well down there in, Florida. All right, let me see. Cookies and cream. This is probably one of the last comments that I'll read. Now, please don't be offended if I didn't read out your comment. I'd skip a lot of different comments to, it's nothing, it's no, snub of you. It's just please don't feel. Charge the eyes, not the heart. Okay. Because in cream says EN, I agree. Oh, here she goes. Miss Pretzel Stick McMumbles doesn't have any self-respect and self-worth to leave Sir Pegalot. She's going to remain the useless and clueless doormat that she is. She wants that next title. It's all about titles. That's why she chased his horse for 10 years for that consort title. She wants to be called queen. I wonder if he will just send out an announcement that says that she is to be referred to as queen. Okay. Yeah, it's time for me to go. Uh-oh, Karen is saying pray for facts and 2 cents and her family going through health issues. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. Definitely will. Definitely, definitely will. All right. Yes, Connie. Get well soon, Anna E. Yes. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to figure out which comment I'm going to leave up. I did mention prayers for Hattie and her family on the passing of her older sister. So let me see. Okay. Yes, I think it's going to be Church Nelly's the winner for the last comment through the live stream. So there were so many to choose from. Y'all have really cut all the way up. All right, cookies and cream. Oh, I'll have to go back to the other side. Cookies and cream prayers for Anna E. Church, Nelly, yes. B10, Pal. Yes. Rafaela, Fox, and 2 Cents, and others. Yes. Everybody. All of us. Those known, those not known, whatever the issue may be, health, family, financial, etc. Prayers. Okay. For all of us. God dog it. Okay. Marshar, truly, you got this is the true mic drop. It's going to be. I'm gonna read this, get over it, pull up that last comment, and I'm going to end the live stream. Firstly, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you who joined, participated, hung out in the clouds at the space station, wherever. Hopefully you all remember to hit the thumbs up. If you hit the thumbs down, that's okay. I don't see that number. I'm going to turn the number back on for the likes because some of y'all like that. But if it gets you thrills, I'll try to make you happy. But be safe out there. Many prayers for all of us across the board. I love you all. And now I'm going to read this comment and then I'll pull up the last comment that I had up earlier. So, because Marshall just did a mic drop. Okay. Kitty Puss better stay out of Paris and tunnels. I'm just saying. Okay. Yes. So, on that note, here we go with Church Nellies. Love you all. See you around the YouTube halls that I know you in. Take care, everybody. Bye.